Download the BCSN Plus app today.
The Hens dropped 4 of 6 last week to Lehigh Valley, but as Matt Melzak joins us, the good news is those 2 wins ensured a winning season for the Mud Hens this year.
Yeah, they certainly did, Mark. No matter what happens the rest of the way, they go 0-12 now. They'd still end up with a winning year. They won't do that, as we know. They're still a very good team, and there's still a possibility of them getting into the playoffs. Although, granted, as they've needed for the last 3 to 4 weeks, as we've been talking about this playoff run, they need to have help anyway. If Scranton wins their games, you're not going to catch them anyhow. But Toledo, they got to just go out. They got 12 games left, play very well, and you know what? See what happens. I mean, there's a lot of people in Jacksonville right now that are setting up for that playoff series coming up in a couple of weeks. I wasn't anticipating that because of how far up Lehigh Valley was going into the last week of the first half, so it can happen.
A lot of interesting offensive numbers against the Iron Pigs. You got Riley Unruh batted over 500 for the series. Eduardo Valencia, a bunch of home runs, and he's got like a 30-plus on-base game streak.
Yeah, he does. He has been, I mean, you want to talk about the whole package. He has given you that. As you said, he's gotten on base in, 31 consecutive games. He's a guy who, can hit for power, as we saw this week, evident by the 3 home run game that he had, the 8 RBIs in that game, tying something that hadn't been done since 1983 for the Mud Hens. So he is out to a torrid pace. I mean, he's got an RBI more than games played. I mean, he's averaging over an RBI a game right now for Eduardo Valencia since coming up from Double-A. He has really turned his fortunes around, a guy they weren't sure could hit at a big-time level coming up. This year, he hit very well in Double-A. He's carried that over to Triple-A. So hats off to him, and hopefully he can continue to blast off for the last couple weeks.
This week, final homestand for the Mud Hens. Louisville Bats come to town, and Hens have really had their way with the Bats.
Yeah, up until the last game of the so far that they've played, they had won the first 11 against Louisville Bats, and actually won 17 straight, going back to a sweep the previous year. So it's been a good matchup for them. But this is a Louisville team that's won 9 straight going into this week. So this ought to be a very interesting matchup to see if that magic can continue for the Mud Hens, or if Louisville, who's on a big run right now themselves, to kind of almost put themselves on the peripheral of maybe getting to that playoff spot. If they'd have to have a massive couple weeks too. But basically the Hens are in that boat too. So, I mean, it's going to be a wild series starting up on Tuesday night.
And, of course, you can see all those games live right here on BCSN. Matt, thank you so much for joining us.
Appreciate it, Mark.